the CFU 2026 Club Shield, brought to you by the Caribbean Football Union.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Hasey Crawford Stadium, where we get ready for our game of round of 16 between Inter Willemstad of Curacao and St. John's of Grenada.
Doesn't matter if you speak English, or if your native tongue is French, Spanish, or Dutch. It doesn't matter if you are male or female, young or young at heart. We in the Caribbean Football Union speak the same language. Football.
Football.
Football. Football.
Football.
And we speak with one voice.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Hasey Crawford Stadium here in Port of Spain, Trinidad and Tobago. As we get ready for the game, we want to take this opportunity to thank Trinidad and Tobago Football Association, the host of the 2026 CFU Club Shield. Streaming here on Blue, Flow's premium streaming service, home to every 2026 CPL T20 match, Premier League, Champions League. Ask your local Flow rep how to subscribe today. The 2026 CFU U14 series will be up next in August 2026 from the 16th to the 23rd of August in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. But it is here in Trinidad as we get ready for this round of 16 match between Inter Willemstad of Curacao and St. John's of Grenada.
We're going to do which team we have first. Willemstad. All right. Good afternoon again, and we'll start for the starting lineup here for both teams. We have Nasser Alam in goal, Andrew Stockel, Daniel Rosa, Darwin Lawrence, Romerson Winkler, Sydney Sevion, Davison Rosa, Josenly Marina, Rosenly Loretta, Michael Angelo Beers, and Quentin Christina for the Curacao team. For St. John's of Grenada, Shakil Chaz, Aquino Andrew, Sawan Mark, Kimron Marshall, Chad Phillip, Chevron Sampson, Vijay, Volin, Sherman Williams, Alex Williams, and Shavin Joseph. That's the St. John's team. St. John's look like they're going to be playing a 4-4-2, and Curacao look like they're going to be playing a 4-3-3. So that's the starting lineup for both teams. They are now walking out, so we will get ready for the kickoff in a short while.
For C.V.V into Willemstad. In goal, number 22, Nasser Alam. Number 3, Daniel Rosa. Number 6, Darwin Lawrence. Number 7, Merson Winkler. Number 8, Sedney Sylvion. Number 9, Davidson Rosa. Number 10, Jurensley Martina. Number 11, Runsley Luteria. Number 16, Michelangelo Bears. Number 55, Quentin Christina. Captain by number 2, Andrew Stoker. Coached by Henry Caldera. And the starting line of St. John's Sports FC. In goal, number 22, Shakil Charles. Number 3, Akimo Andrew. Number 4, Sawan Mak. Number 5, Kimron Marshall. Number 9, Chad Phillip. Number 11, VJ Wilson. Number 15, Sherman Williams. Number 17, Shamin Williams. Number 18, Alex Williams. Number 19, Shervin Joseph. Captain by number 10, Siobhan Sampson.
All right, today's match is officiated by Ray Torres of Puerto Rico. Now, this is St. John's second match in this tournament. They were successful in their first match with a 3-1 win over DeBank. But this is Inter Willemstad's first game as they entered the tournament straight into the round of 16. So it'll be interesting to see if St. John's have had an opportunity to get accustomed to playing here in Trinidad and Tobago. Granted, they played at the Atto Borden Stadium, but Hasey Crawford Stadium, Atto Borden Stadium, the ball moves quite quickly on the grass. So will that be an advantage? We will see.
Well, in yesterday's encounter, the ball moved, but not much, but the ground was very steady. So I didn't think the players and them had much problem. What happened though is that a lot of players, I don't know if they had on the right pegs for yesterday's game. So and had a lot of injuries, a lot of start and stop during the game because of players like the boots got stuck in, when they're trying to kick and stuff like that. So today the pitch looked much more dry, so it should be a little more smooth for the players and them to move the ball from left to right and along the flanks while they play. So we should see what's happening.
And they were watering the field just before kickoff today, so it'll be interesting to see how that ball moves and how the players feel. But we are off, and St. John is in possession of the ball, going straight down this left-hand side.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, knocking that ball out for a goal kick.
Yeah. Yesterday, the Guyana champion team, which was Slingers, they defeated Prisons here 4-3 in a good game. It was a good game. So we'll see if goals will flow this afternoon again.
Yeah, you always want to watch a game with plenty goals, and 7 is absolutely plenty.
So true. Same slow start we had yesterday with both teams, trying to feel out, looking to see what to do, and they're all looking to try and build from the back and move up.
Definitely a little nerves there from the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
But we expect that sometimes at the beginning of the game. It's kind of St. John allow some pressure from the beginning, looking like they're going to go for the long throw into the box.
Yeah. Just a minute going, so the game just starts, so we'll see how things unfold. Serious long throw.
Can he whip the ball back in? He has plenty of support up still. Does he beats the first man inside the box? Just a little heavy touch there. Wasn't able to get a shot off. But still, Willemstad are struggling to clear that ball confidently, and now the ball is back with St. John's as they look to try and keep the ball, see if they go around looking for that piercing ball through, but they're definitely showing the winning of the second ball very early in this game. A little too rough there from St. John's, according to the assistant referee. Willemstad just needs to put the ball down a little bit, get everyone a touch on the ball, get them comfortable. Still seem a little uneasy in these opening few minutes.
As I said, still trying to feel out, still trying to see how we can build an attack. Wow.
The slipping on the field, as you mentioned.
Yeah. For some reason, the stubs and them are getting caught up in the field there. Let's hope it's nothing too serious today and it's not turned out to be what we saw yesterday.
St. John's coming down this left-hand side. Is he able to keep it in? He is. And he wins his team a corner. A lot of plays at the back post. Unable to beat the first man. Poor delivery.
Corner, yeah.
Now we have a counter attack on. However, a poor touch there allowed them to come right back down the road.
St. John's is enjoying the better portion of the ball so far, but they're still not doing much with it. Yeah. They're struggling to string some passes together.
Good pressure on the ball. However, they're going to regret. I mean, it's very early in the game still, but as the game progresses, you would hope that Willemstad were kind of, more confident and start to build in. But certainly right now, St. John's are applying the pressure from early.
I think it's the first time we are seeing them, so we still have to wait and see how they build up.
Into Willemstad, have a goal kick.
Wow.
A little bit of uncertainty in the back there.
We entered the 6 minutes of play, and I think the teams are taking a little too long to settle down. And,
Agreed.
yeah, I don't know if it's the outfield, maybe a little challenging for them to, keep the ball in the carpet and see how best they can knock it around and move forward, as the case may be. But we're not seeing that.
We have another long throw, but this time from the right-hand side. Another good ball into the box. First shot of the game is blocked. But Valsing keeps the ball. It's a little bit better now of possession. Can we see a little bit of possession and patience with the ball? Nice switch of play. Another corner for St. John's. Can this corner beat the first man? Ball to be whipped in by Joseph. Nice ball into the box, just a little too high at that back. Good pressure again by St. John's. That was a much better delivery into the box. Granted,
Certainly it was.
A little too high, but it certainly beat that first man and caused a few problems.
Into Willemstad, at least they're making every effort to try and build their play from the back, and at least they're showing that purpose.
I think they have a little bit more time. They're trying to find the attacking players quite quickly. Right now, they seem to be bypassing the middle. So I don't know again if it's still a little bit of nerves or they're not quite settled as of yet. But the transitioning is not as smooth as we would expect. Ooh, a late jackal there, but referee allows play to continue.
Yeah. At least St. John is on the attack from the kickoff. They put in Willemstad under a lot of pressure. They have to play defense so far. So we'll see how long they will take and how much pressure they can absorb.
Ooh, poor. Not an ideal pass there to your centre back. He deals with it, but you much prefer that ball on the ground with a little bit more pace. They are finding some space now.
5 passes they have put together as they move up the field is looking good.
Can they get this ball in? Been under significant amounts of pressure, but decent opportunity presented itself there then. A shout for a handball in the box, but his arms seem to be down by the side. That would have been a very harsh decision. Nice little turn inside the box, though. Good defending.
first set of pressure that
Mm.
St. John has been under since the game started.
A stray pass there, though. Now they have numbers in the attacking third. Are they able to do something with it? This is definitely better by Willemstad.
Certainly.
Looked a little close there.
Offside. There's an offside call on that play. But they're looking much better now coming forward.
They look a little dangerous coming forward, actually, if they're stringing those passes together.
Certainly there.
It would seem that St. John's like to come down this left-hand side. They're looking for Valson a lot on the left-hand side. But at the same time, when the ball goes on the right, they're also comfortable. So they look like they kind of more so want to come down the sides rather than come through the middle.
They are creating a lot of space when they come down on either one of the wings that they come down, they're creating a lot of space. So that is working in their favor so far.
Few options there then for the centre back. He really didn't have an option in the middle. He didn't have an outlet. Even now, when we're not really seeing the 6 and the 8 in the middle coming in to support.
Yeah, both teams are just like if they're just moving from the back straight up to the front, and the midfielders are not really getting into the play to create and develop anything seriously for them.
Yeah, the supporting angles, you're not really seeing it, but as you can see now, it is Willemstad coming down their right-hand side. Nice touch, control. Oof. Not really the angle for the shot. Certainly had the power, but did not challenge the keeper whatsoever. A little bit more even now.
It is. I think if he had just pass the ball back on top of the box and hoping for someone to run on there with a better opportunity to create a goal opportunity in that play there. And St. John's will start from the back again and see if they can come forward.
Andrew loses the ball. Switch of play, but too heavy of a pass.
Minutes into this game and it's basically even.
I would definitely say it's settled down now. Both teams want to apply pressure on the team in the final third and kind of win the ball high. But you are seeing some mistakes.
Yeah,
simple mistakes. Yes, the little touches, the control. But as the game continues, I think maybe again nerves will settle to become more comfortable.
I think Willemstad had the better of the opportunities about 4 or 5 minutes ago when they really develop a nice little play. But we want to see more of that. And I think that is what's going to bring goals to either one of these teams once they can do that.
Again, just a little breakdown in play. Passes just not as crisp as you would expect them to be. But we're back with it. And Willemstad now actually looking to come through the middle. They have space on the outside. Oh, poor touch. Stockel tries to create a little space, but I think he had the space already,
He had the space, but
yeah,
yes.
He could have just whip his foot around it, but
maybe he was in two minds there what to do really.
Oh, good pressure on the ball. Way too much time. Rosa brings it back. We're going to get our first shot on goal. We're going to get our first goal.
Number 11. 11.
Lutera with the finish. Nice finish. Placed it. And again, an opportunity coming from pressure on the defenders. Both teams have applied pressure and forced mistakes onto the defenders, and a goal as a result.
And it was from a sloppy play in the back,
Mhm.
you know. And
Nice
them giving
play.
away the ball.
Yep. Rosa plays it over, comes right back out to Lutera and places it in the corner. I think that will give them an opportunity now to settle a little bit of nerves from Willemstad. Christina now in the middle, just trying to keep possession. Tries a square ball, it is intercepted, but fortunately won back by his teammate. He got lucky with that one. Stockel tries it from far. So Christina tries it from far.
Yeah, he saw the keeper off the line and he tried something.
Yeah. And the keeper's not the shortest, but he was off his line some.
Yeah. It's good vision at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
I think it's just how we hit it, you know. He didn't
really connect properly. Yeah.
He needed to get that shot to dip, but it did not. It just keeps sailing.
Now they've showed danger on these throwings. It's a little far, but will they look at it as an option, or will they try to kind of work it down the line, maybe get a throw in a little closer? But that ball will go out for a goal kick. Well, it's St. John's time now to kind of just settle down a little bit and come back into the game. I wouldn't say the goal was against the run of play, but they
it was
you know, they had momentum for sure in the beginning, and now it's, you know, they're 1-0 down and they'll have to kind of settle themselves back down again. I've tried to put the ball on the ground.
Inter Willemstad looked the better of the two teams so far. You know, they play with a little more purpose when they are attacking.
Yes,
they look organized also in defense a bit. You know, but I mean,
they attack with pace. They have a lot of pace.
Oh boy, miscued kick.
They've now given up a corner. Now the last corner from this side, they didn't really beat the first post. Let's see if they can beat the man at the first post.
Well, it's the third corner for St. John's. Let's see if they can produce something from it.
It look like they have some height. Willemstad's leaving one up, forcing two defenders to stay back. Again, struggling to beat that first man.
Yeah.
They certainly have some pace with Rosa as he comes down the left-hand side. Not afraid to run at people at all. Great ball.
But there's nobody attacking here, so he is basically alone in the box.
Oh, Rosa continues his run and places that in the back post. Lovely little goal. You really didn't think he had the support. He kept that run going. St. John's did not keep an eye on him at all. He was able to come through in the back post and put that away. Nice combination there between Martina and Rosa just sees him, puts it away. Again, and this all came from the clearing of a corner. Held the ball up well, went out wide, attacked with some pace.
In fact, it came from about 4 or 5 passes with some good movements up front. And basically, they caught St. John's with a depleted defense, you know, and they had space and time to run into the space, and an easy goal was created. So St. John's have a lot of work to do now. They're 2 goals down. We're in the 22nd minute right now.
We'll certainly now have to kind of just settle it down. You know, the most important thing at this point is not to concede a third. You can't say again it's not been a situation where Willemstad have come in and dominated the game by any means, but they've taken the opportunities that's come. And in that first few minutes when St. John's had possession and they were creating, we wondered if them opportunities will come back and bite them later. And it would seem, you know, in the 22nd minute now of the game, it's 2-0. And hopefully this doesn't get away from them.
A player is sent on the sidelines, something with his gears, apparently, to sort it out. So they are playing short right now, and it has to do with his taping up.
Shin guards seem to be the concern
So,
here.
yeah.
Receiving shin guards from teammates. But I know as a coach, I would, at this situation, we're 2-0 down and we're now playing with 10 men. I would like you to move as quickly as possible to get you back on that field.
Correct. You're already behind the 8 ball, and you need all your players out there playing. But also the hydration break will come just now so they can re-strategize, you know.
Just kind of settle down the play. We've got to recognize you don't have a man on the field. Right now it's about just keeping possession, but they do win a free kick. About 15 yards inside of Willemstad's half. It's taken quickly. Valsin tries some skill on the outside and picks up a free kick for his team. Valsin has looked dangerous here on the left. He's not afraid to come inside and take people on. He's got some speed. He's strong. You can see why they're looking for him.
Yeah, he's a good attacking option, but there is no real purpose when in the finishing, where, you know, when he distributes his ball and that kind of thing. So, you know, they will just continue to have a free kick, as you said, and let's see what they can produce from it. Just outside the 18-yard box right now.
Again, they have 3 players now. We have 2 behind, 1 just in front. Not a terrible ball in, but again, that first man was able to get to it, and they win themselves a corner.
Another corner. That's 4 so far.
So it'll be interesting to see now if they, you know, they had 2 players stay back last time, 1 in front, 1 behind. This time, how are they going to do it? Because it came from a corner. He held the ball well. And they have Philip holding up again.
The problem with the corners is they are not passing the first post.
No, not at all.
Another poor corner again.
Look at the speed in which they're looking. The switcher play is on. Some great footwork there. However, the ball was on. So like Samson was on the other side, just waiting. If you could have switched that play. But now St. John outside the 18. Plenty bodies behind the ball, though. Can they find the switch this time? They do. Samson goes down holding his face, but referee doesn't see much in it, and play continues.
It continues. And Enter Willemstad has really taken control of this match so far. You can see the level of confidence that they are playing in and everything that they do.
It's like now they're sitting. They have the 4 in the back, but they also have, looks like they're sitting with 2 holding mids. I wouldn't blame them. They're 2-0 up. Take
Correct,
away
yeah.
the space. And also, too, you've seen that they have strength and power when they do counterattack. And they've connected well in that first half, those attacking 3 players.
I think the hydration break is on now, so this will give St. John's a good opportunity to talk things over. And maybe that's the only benefit of the hydration break, especially the fans even during the World Cup, not too happy with it. They want the game to flow, to play. They didn't want teams to have these sort of breaks going along the way. But I'm sure the coaches and them are the ones who seen some benefit from it, especially if your team is trailing in the game and you want to reorganize something. This provides you with that opportunity to reset yourself.
Yeah, and I mean, the hydration break is supposed to be for the purpose of ensuring safety on the field, especially in the conditions in which we have. It's a very hot day here in Trinidad and Tobago today.
It is very hot right now.
But again, as coaches, you will take that opportunity to give them the necessary information. But we obviously did witness at the World Cup when you had a team that had momentum going into that hydration break. Yourself, it can stop that momentum very, very quickly.
Correct.
So I think there has to be a balance. Once the temperature is a certain level, I understand it, but at the same time, this is.
But in the team that has the momentum, I think it's a good opportunity for you to catch your breath a little bit.
Yes.
So it's not too disadvantageous for you as trying
True.
to reorganize and say, okay, let's take a deep breath and move again.
As long as we don't go to 30-minute half times, I'll be okay.
As we say in basketball, the first quarter just finished. So we're going to start the second quarter now.
We would certainly, I think St. John's are, really going to be hopeful they could at least knit one before halftime.
Yeah.
Coming into this second half with just 1 goal down. But again, just a lazy pass. And you can see again, Willemstad are looking to switch the play. They understand they have strength and power on the outside. It's going to be really important from St. John's that the being clinical in these passes, giving the team the opportunity and not great ball there, played forward. Valsin onto it, ball.
Oh.
Poor goalkeeper mistake, and St. John's get 1 back. In the 28th minute, it comes back to 2-1. You would have hoped that the goalkeeper would have done better in that situation. Long ball played forward. Valsin, who's given some problems on the left-hand side. Not the best delivery into the 6-yard box, but it was not held by Laham, and a goal for St. John. It is now 2-1. Sherwin Joseph getting that goal for St. John's.
And it was a good thing for him following up, although the keeper looked that he had it under control, and basically he spilled it and he paid the price. And that is why coaches always encourage players, keep following up. You don't know what can happen.
Absolutely.
And they have reduced the deficit. And I'm sure that will do a lot for their confidence and continuing to see if they can push forward.
Absolutely. Into Willemstad get their first corner of the match.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll be in a rush to take it at this point. Again, they now want to start to control the tempo of the game a little bit. Maybe a short corner. You've noticed now that St. John's have actually left 3 players up. 1 really close on this touchline, 1 central. 1 slightly deeper in the middle. Can they now counterattack quickly? Ball down the middle. St. John lucky to get the ball back there, but the ball is played forward. Keeper comes out, but he's holds this one very well. Looks like he took a knock in the process too.
And yes, like he take a knock there. So the referee call on the medics. We're gonna tend to him.
Now, as that was the first defending corner for St. John's, you're seeing that they 2-1 down. They kept up 3 players. They clearly had a plan. The ball went straight down the middle. Now, when the ball was coming out to their left-hand side, it wasn't a clinical pass, and they were fortunate to kind of keep it. But again, that was the difference when we had 2 corner situations. When Willemstad came out, they came out, and their passing was on point, which led to that second goal. Whereas that wasn't as clinical. And as a result, ball goes through to the keeper, and we don't get the same opportunity inside the penalty box.
I'm sure St. John's is feeling much better with themselves now.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, a 2-0 and a 2-1 is a very different scoreline to be looking at. And now, even if they could tie it up going in, they would love to tie it up going in before halftime.
We're in the 32nd minute of this game. Wow.
Mm.
Young players are taking a lot of risk from in their defense in this.
They look to come down the side where Samson keeps it in and wins the second corner. Andrew wins the second corner. Sorry, no, Rosa wins the second corner. But Willemstad, will they look to take the short one again? And will St. John hold up the 3 players? Looks like they're only doing 2 this time.
Well, at least one needed trouble here.
There's 2 players right at the top of the box there. So much space. Absolutely superb goal.
They give away that goal. That
absolute
goal
superb finish.
Giveaway, and I think it is the same number 11 again.
Yes. Lutera. But you saw how much space they had at the top of the 18. One had the opportunity to dummy the
ball and leave it for him.
And a superb finish. You can't take away anything from the finish, but it was the amount of time and space he had to get that shot on goal. And you could see they did the shot corner, they dragged the extra defender, but at the same time, this level, you would expect the communication in the box to put at least one player at the top of the box to eliminate that opportunity.
And that is what they did not do. There's a whole middle of the field there in that whole third area with nobody to take control of anything coming across. So you pay the price.
Back to a 2-goal lead now into Willemstad. That will deflate St. John. It must. A little bit. You managed to get a goal back, and then a very clinical finish puts the game back now, and now we're at 3-1.
Halftime is still some distance away, and you might be asking yourself how many goals that Inter Willemstad may want to go at. How much they can score now, because it seems that scoring coming easy to an extent for them now.
The finishing has been clinical, and you certainly feel that there's more goals in this game from both teams.
But I'll put my money on Inter Willemstad to score again.
Oh, for sure. They seem very, very confident going forward, very confident in and around the box. Now, I do have a little concerns with the defensive mistakes. A few clearances of the ball, goalkeeper, etc. And I think that if St. John's applies some pressure, they will certainly get opportunities.
They are making a lot of mistakes in defense.
But it's if they can capitalize on those opportunities. Again, keep possession of the ball in the middle there, but a little lucky.
Wow.
Forcing the ball through the middle. And the ball is won back by Willemstad. Again, they just, the passing, setting their teammates up a little bit here. These passes are a little short, they're a little soft. I think it's important for Willemstad they just don't concede again before halftime. Just keep it nice and comfortable, keep possession of the ball. Again, passes like that. He's fortunate he had some space, but be a little bit more clinical, especially in their defensive third. Lovely turn. He seems to have switched sides. Voltaire has gone over now to the left-hand side, whereas before here on the right, and he was coming inside, but now he's definitely looking a little tired. St. John come forward, but Williams have bodies behind the ball. However,
he had no way to pass to. Just two people, just two of them were there, so they had nothing to really build up. And I mean, he ran deep almost straight on to the end, and nothing to show for it at the end of the day.
Beat the first man in the box, a little too easy for my liking, but as you say, there wasn't many options inside the middle. There was one blue jersey, but he had three around him. So
correct, yeah.
It's always going to be very tight from there, but they have proven they've been dangerous from the long throw. Are they able again to put some pressure on this goalkeeper?
Good throw.
And they win themselves the fifth corner of the half. Now the last corner that came in from this side, it was a nice delivery to the back, a little too high, but the other three from the other side have not beat the first man. So
let's see if we see some improvement in this corner to make it a little more challenging and goal threatening for them. Better corner.
Ball's bouncing around in the 6-yard box, but it is cleared with a big boot. And Willemstad look to come forward. It is 3v2. St. John's win that ball back. Well, you do wonder every time Willemstad come forward, even when they have less numbers, they do look threatening.
Threatening, that's correct. That's so true. Because the play with a little more purpose. Wow.
Great ball. Opportunity here.
Oh my God.
Now, I don't think he was passing there, but he will certainly take the assist. Goal in the 39th minute from number 10, Samson. We said they look dangerous when they get inside the box. That they certainly was. It was Philip that had a good tried to shoot and laid it right into Samson's feet, and he did not miss.
They are in total control and dominance of this game now. I don't think that St. John's could recover from this unless they really show some level of total lifting their game to the next level.
Yeah, you saw on the last attack from St. John's that they looked tired. The distance between the lines was large. They didn't have supporting play, and now it's 4-1. Again, Willemstad, they've certainly shown that they're going to make mistakes. However, they've been very clinical when winning back the ball in the final third, and their confidence in front of goal. So it's going to be very difficult for St. John. I think at this point, just kind of getting in to halftime, not conceding anymore, but absolutely not making any more silly mistakes in the middle of the park. losing possession of the ball because, you know, you're always generally a lot more tired when you're losing.
You look tired, you play tired.
Yes, you get more frustrated. And, you know, at this point, you can see that Willemstad, they're just going to keep the ball, have St. John run in, and then find those passes. That's not a great pass there. St. John coming down this right-hand side. Again, you have that one target in the middle. For me, if I'm Willemstad, I'm keeping possession of the ball for the next 5 minutes. See if then, after a few minutes, if I can find that clinical penetrating pass, get the opportunity. But at the same time, you know, you have a team that's tired and they're frustrated. And, you know, keep them chasing.
I agree with you with that because they look so comfortable and relaxed that they could keep the ball for as long as they want. And I think that is what they need to do and build up and take the time and score their goals without any real threat of a challenge from St. John's.
Keeper is very high there. And based on how they've been making mistakes in the middle of the park, I wouldn't want necessarily be so high. Yeah. I mean, they've shown also, Willemstad have showed how clinical they are with finishing. So as much as, yes, you're trying to, you know, to build from the back, I think at the same time that, you know, mistakes have been made. But St. John's keep the ball in here, comes back to Vince Valsin, and he picks up a free kick for his team.
And it's not to say that Inter Willemstad is actually pressing. They're not really pressing. I think it's just they are in the right place, right position in the field, you know. So it's not really so much of a press they're employing at this present time. And St. John's just don't know what to do with the ball, how to get it out.
Will he have an opportunity again now to put some pressure on the goalkeeper? Referee wants to have a little chat. And Willemstad at this point, again, this is not a situation where you make silly mistakes inside the box and give away a penalty. You're 4-1 up, just keep it nice and tight.
Or get a yellow card for nothing, for wasting time.
Yes. Comfortable into the keeper's hands. And they will look to come down this right-hand side. I think this number 11, Loteria, has certainly been the player that's shown creativity, movement, switching of play. He's nipped up, I mean, he's picked up a couple of goals, but more than anything, I think his presence, he's very comfortable on the ball. He's played on the right, he's played on the left. You know, he's certainly someone who's going to open up St. John's again and again.
You see, he seemed to be one of the important players for Willemstad here.
Ball played quickly. Space now in the middle.
Yeah, move the ball around, man. Move it around. That's what.
There's big gaps in that back four. Big gap there in that back four for St. John's. The right back and the two in the middle were very, very close, given a big space. So maybe a little lack of communication there, and you know you're not pulling in your left back. But again, they've shown that when spaces are given to Willemstad, they're finding them very well.
Yeah, taking advantage of his space. That last play yesterday, the offside was called, so I mean it made like look easy for St. John's.
Again, a poor pass across the middle. And now you have, you know, they, again, unfortunately, for them. They win it back, St. John's, but still, it's a little bit of a ping pong in there and poor decision making under no pressure. A square ball and intercepted. Both teams, I mean, a little tired, you know, before halftime, but St. John's, they can't afford to make mistakes like that when you're 4-1 down and you've not even got to the second half yet. Very calmly done there in the back by Willemstad.
Yeah, there weren't much stoppages in this game, so 3 minutes added on time is not bad anyway. So I sure St. John's would love to hear the whistle now anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's been a tough half for them. They started off strong. They started off well, but Marshall, who now played the ball down, number 5, looking tired. He's looking tired on this left-hand side for St. John. Will they get one more opportunity for a long ball into the box? Are they able to bring it back to 4-2?
Now is a good time to try and reduce the deficit.
Absolutely. Okay, well, he's bringing that a little further away now. Might be a little harder. Yes, I think the shot one was a better option.
Okay. Offside call.
Okay, like some tired legs out there now.
The sun is hot.
It certainly is.
And they're also controlling the middle of the field in this match. The midfielders are doing a good job.
They certainly are.
I think we're going to see another long throw in here.
Nice turn, but the options in the middle are limited. How? A little bit of fancy footwork there. Got a shot on target and wins his team a corner. I think Christina, 55, and Selvon, number 5, are holding well for Willemstad. Now, as you say, they're starting to control the middle.
Yeah, yes, they are.
They're comfortable running with the ball, but at the same time, they're finding them gaps really well. But inside the box, then, there was just too much space. He didn't have options to pass. So in that situation, you know they're going to try and hold on to it. But and a shot was on goal.
This might be the last play of the first half here. And the referee has called halftime.
Halftime score is Willemstad 4, St. John's 1. Certainly looking like this game has more goals in the second half. But I mean, an interesting half. 5 goals in the first half. And, you know, the game started. St. John's was stronger in the first probably 5 or 10 minutes. However, then Willemstad started to settle down into the game. And they were much more clinical in the final third.
Well, let's hope that they come back out for the second half with a little more purpose and really decide to put on a little fight. If not, I think Willemstad going to just keep scoring and scoring and scoring. We might be in for a nice little goal spree if they don't change or make some sort of adjustment and improve their defense, which is most importantly at this point in time. It has been too easy for Willemstad in this game so far.
Absolutely. I mean, this is their first 45 minutes in the CFU Club Shield, and a 45 minutes they'll be happy with.
If you haven't heard us yet, Flow is making sure that you never miss a goal. All you have to do, download the Stream Blue app, and that way you're able to view your Hub TV package or your cable package directly to your phone. You can download it to your phone, your tablet, or even your smart TV. And if you don't have cable, we even have some special packages as low as $31. So make sure that you don't miss a goal. Download the Stream Blue app directly from your Apple Store or your Play Store, and that's BLUU today.
It doesn't matter if you speak English or if your native tongue is French, Spanish, or Dutch. It doesn't matter if you are male or female, young or young at heart. We in the Caribbean Football Union speak the same language. Football.
Football.
Football. Football.
Football.
And we speak with one voice.
Welcome back to the Hazy Crawford Stadium as we get ready to begin the second half of this fixture between Inter Willemstad and St. John's. But we want to take this opportunity to thank the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association, the host for the 2026 CFU Club Shield. Additionally, we want to take this opportunity to talk about Blue Flow's premium streaming service, home to every 2026 CPL T20 match, Premier League, Champions League. Ask your local Flow rep how to subscribe today. And the U14 Challenge Series will be taking place in August, between August 16th and 23rd in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. That is nexting up for the CFU Challenge Series. We have some substitutions at the beginning of this second half. We're going to see the entrance of Taj Joseph, number 7, Turvin Samuel, number 12, and number 16, Dwight Joseph. Do we think that 3 substitutions coming at halftime is going to make a difference?
Well, at least they are showing the intent to try and change the outlook for them, and that is good. You get some fresh legs and maybe some players who brings a little more purpose to them, especially in the attack.
Absolutely. As we begin the second half, into Willemstad shooting from right to left here at the Hazy Crawford Stadium. Free kick there for Willemstad. Handball by St. John. Willemstad still looking to use the same formation. They're playing one high in the middle and very, very wide on the outside with number 11, who absolutely was brutal in that first half, scoring 2 goals. However, it was St. John got the first shot of the second half over the bar, but again, looking to come out with a purpose this second half and see if they can nip an early goal.
I think that could be a better opportunity. I think he had time, space, nobody close to him at all. So he could have really controlled that ball and then, look for some kind of placement. He would have been better off.
Yes, absolutely. Giving away this little things like that is what's going to make a massive difference here, because Willemstad now coming forward with 5 people. The ball through to number 9. Can he get a shot on? He's pushed to the side, but he remains with possession of the ball.
Those kind of passes that you give away the ball, that could deflate your teammates and them, and that is what you don't want. You're already in a deficit of 3, so you want to play as positive as you can, which is going to help the rest of your teammates. But unfortunately, you give away the ball and they have to start all over again.
Absolutely. And in those situations where you're trying to push on, you're now having to transition all the way back. And your recovery run has to be quick, especially because Willemstad, when they're attacking, they do attack with so much more pace. So it's
pace and purpose, huh?
Absolutely. Long throw here from St. John's inside the 6-yard box. Keeper decides to punch it rather than take it. I think in that situation he could have took it, but again,
Uncertain. Yeah, I think he was not too sure. But I think I agree with you there. The mere fact that he could have punched it didn't mean that he could have hold it.
maybe the nerves from the first half of dropping the ball. He didn't want that to happen again inside his 6. Little theatrics in the box here. Caught it that time. On the second attempt, it bounced out, but he did keep possession. Again, looking to come forward quickly. St. John's win the ball back just inside their opponent's half.
Keeper is very suspect in this
Yes.
St. John's team.
I think against maybe stronger competition up top, he could have some problems. Beautiful ball played. Unfortunately, he did stray offside. Nice little combination pass there.
At least St. John's played with some purpose in this opening minutes here of the second half.
Yeah, they started the second half very much like they started the first. So will they, it's about now taking the opportunities.
If they can sustain that. Oh.
A throw in down this left-hand side for Willemstad. I think Willemstad's goal will be in the first 10, 15 minutes not to concede. Might not necessarily be the main objective to throw plays forward to get a 5th, but you want to ensure that you keep... a poor pass there by the goalkeeper. Not capitalized on by St. John. Had options. Kept inside though. And they're attacking again now with some purpose. But as you said before, the goalkeeper at this point seems to be the weakest link.
Yeah, he is. And maybe that is why the players and them perhaps are dropping back so much to help out, But it's not going to help them at all.
But as we said, St. John have to take those opportunities and not going to get many opportunities like that. And they have to capitalize on them. This is not a 2-1 game right now. This is a 4-1 game.
I must say they start with very positive in the second half. They're looking like they're not playing like a team that is 4-1 down.
No, not at all. They really are trying to push on.
Yeah.
And now is it going to be a situation where, I think we're going to see the first yellow card of the match, and justifiably. I mean, he had him. He was away. Again, number 11. Loteria, he's really causing problems for St. John.
You're not missing anything. The players are still trying to decide. Because a free kick has been awarded to Willemstad there.
Seems to be a little back and forth with the players here.
And the referee's trying to settle down things. Another yellow card for the man who has scored 2 goals.
And also Marshall. Marshall from St. John picks up a yellow. He's a little bit. He seems to be confused on why he got the yellow, but at the same time, his players are trying to calm him down at this point because you're 4-1 down. You don't need to be putting yourself in a situation where you Now, was that Marshall's second yellow? He's walking over to the sideline. There was a yellow shown
showed
for the
before.
original tackle. So is this
Yes.
a situation now where he's received his second yellow?
But the referee didn't show a red. And they are still
The captain, Samson, is
Yeah.
having conversations.
yeah, Marshall is off.
Yes, because
Marshall is off. But did you? I didn't notice that the referee showed him a red
no,
card.
I saw the yellow come out, but now and the tackle is a justifiable yellow. He's past you, and then there's the commotion back and forth. Second yellow is shown. He gets his second yellow and a yellow for Loteria. And now they're down to 10 men. This is
And you get 2 yellow cards without the ball is being played from the initial foul that he committed.
and you
That
can't
is true.
complain. The initial foul was a yellow card.
Yeah.
The man beat you, but now they need to keep their head. It's a much greater challenge now for St. John, as they have most of the second half still remaining, down to 10 men. And they have a 4-1 goal deficit to come back from.
Yeah.
Now you see Willemstad just keeping the ball, knocking it around, being patient. They're certainly going to get the time and the space. They were finding it in the first half going against 11, so now
It's easier for them.
Absolutely.
And I think they're looking to take total control of the midfield also.
It's really important now that St. John keep their head. As you know, you get a little, again, a challenge after the ball is played. You can't be affording now to be losing anybody else on the field. Frustration cannot kick in. Good recovery challenge there from Beers, keeping it nice and simple. However, lost the ball in the middle. And St. John's looks to come down this right-hand side.
Willemstad was very careless with the ball and that play there.
Unnecessary as well.
4 players in one area trying to knock it instead of maybe moving it out to the switching the play and creating some space for themselves. And St. John's intercepted and now they are in possession of the football.
You really don't want to give St. John's any opportunity to, to pick back up their confidence. You have them against the ropes and you keep them there. So, I mean, it's one of them situations where you don't want silly mistakes. Willemstad have this game is theirs to lose now. It is a situation where it's about game management.
Yeah, it is. Ball possession, game management, and that is what they should be focusing on at this present time.
Don't pick up any silly cards that can affect them moving forward. Don't go into any silly challenges, unnecessarily. And just keep possession of the ball. Let the ball do the work.
So since that red card, they have 1 or 2 free kicks so far. Because they're playing with some purpose, but
Yes.
certainly that they cannot sustain that.
No. I mean, we saw in the first half, towards the end of the first half, they got tired. But the ball is played forward now. We're seeing, we had Christina, who's now seemed to have gone onto the outside of the field. Luteria has gone inside the middle. We know that he's very technical. I mean, obviously, picked up a couple of goals in the first half. So I think as well as moving him around, he's very comfortable, but they're looking like they're sliding back into position now. But I think he also has to be a little careful. He picked up a yellow card in the confrontational
In the confrontation
situation.
a while ago, yes.
I want to ensure too that, you know, like, I mean, you can see he's a very influential player for the team. You don't want him picking up any injuries or getting caught with the ball unnecessarily.
They rely on him a lot.
Yes. Nice little flick on there now.
Good tackle.
He links up well with 55 Christina. They seem to have a nice understanding of each other. Yeah, nice challenge. But as he hurts himself in the process of that
He's
challenge
cramping.
now.
He's cramping up at this present time. The second half has so many stoppages so far.
And the nice thing at the Hazel Crawford Stadium, as you can see, there's a little bit more shade on the field now as we begin, as we go through this second half. And I'm sure the players who played on the left side will be very appreciative for that.
Certainly, certainly. You might see players camping out on that side.
I can see now why Christina was making the run down the left and not the right. So if you are the coach of St. John's, what are you doing at this time? What are you thinking?
Well, for certain, we need to get a couple goals. The challenge is, how are we going to do it? We are man down at present. Willemstad is playing good. They keeping the football. The defense is not that bad. We just have to find a way now how we can score a goal or two to lift the confidence, so that maybe we can finish strong and see if we can at least share the points at the end of this game.
Absolutely. And we identified that the keeper seems to be an area of
concern.
Yeah,
major concern.
So potentially, if pressure on the back four, shots from distance. But again, it's a lot to ask of these players. They do pick up a free kick just inside their half.
They're showing good intent, very, very good intent. Unlike St. John's, they just come back out and sit back and soaking up any sort of pressure. They are applying the pressure as much as they can.
Certainly.
Since the second half started.
Oh, they pick up a free kick just outside the box. I mean, it's an unnecessary challenge, really.
Correct.
You had cover. He really wasn't going anywhere.
The 4 players playing defense in the 18-yard box. So there is no need for that sort of foul, because it could have been easily be inside the box and give up a penalty.
Absolutely. I mean, you had pressure. You have cover. Number 6 within, 5 yards of you right there, Lawrence. It was just unnecessary. And now, again, you're going to put pressure on the goalkeeper that has showed some concerns when the balls come inside the 6-yard box. So we talk again about the game management. Now it's just about not doing anything too silly.
Another player is down. I'm sure it's cramped more than anything else from Willemstad team.
As we said, this is their first game here in Trinidad and Tobago in the CFU Club Shield. I mean, granted, they started extremely well. They're 4-1 up and comfortable in this game, like playing against 10 men of St. John. But still, it is a very hot day today. We have a substitution for St. John. We have Smith coming on for number 19, Joseph, the goal scorer of the first half. Calls for penalty, handball in the box, referee not having any of it. I look like he had it onto his own hand, and with the FIFA ruling now is when it is when you touches one particular part of your body and then strikes the arm as a second touch, it is not a penalty.
It's a good corner. And once again, the keeper like is in no man's land.
They pick up a throw in. Now we know they're dangerous on their throws. Keeper did come out, unfortunately wasn't able to get anything on it. So again, you know, the situations like that are not going to help his confidence too.
Certainly not.
St. John's look to come down, coming back inside the middle, just trying to find them spaces, but Willemstad, their shape and their movement is good. Intercepting those balls along the way. Their back four is staying well. They've got the two holding mids, and they're tucking inside as well.
Yeah, yes.
They're playing more now. It looks like they're playing more with a number 9 and a number 10, whereas in the
first half,
was the number 10 was playing a little deeper. But they come forward now with numbers and speed and purpose. Good defending there. Well, apparently not, according to the referee. Said pick up a free kick at 10 yards inside their opponent's half, but we do have a player gone down again. Is it Cramp? Or, you know, has he taken a knock? It would look like it's Cramp. We're not far off now. The hydration break, probably a few minutes again before the hydration break. But there's been a lot of stoppages, as you said.
Yeah. This second half, a lot of stoppages. So this second half, the extra time going to be a lot. The added on time going to be a lot for the second half. Shall cut up here now.
Willemstad just holding on to the ball. This is what you would like. Control the game. Don't need to make any silly, rash decisions. Just keep possession. Use the extra money which you have, but giving away.
And no one watching this game would believe that St. John's is playing with 10 men, eh?
No, not at all.
They're still playing with purpose. They are pressing, they're pushing, you know, they're fighting.
Mm-hmm. We have another substitution. So for Willemstad, we have number 10 coming off, Martina, being replaced by number 5, Lopez. Now a little heated exchange again in the middle. Same player, number 11, Loteria. We know he's been causing some problems. He's already on a yellow. My concern as well is, especially with the interaction after the challenge and the when Marshall got the first yellow card. You know, I don't know. I don't particularly want him holding on to the ball too much if I'm his coach, because you have a feeling, a little frustration out there, little kicks coming in. And yes, now
he's asking for like he wants a sub right now. Like he wants to come off, and the coach seemed that he's going to give him his wish.
Yes, and I think that honestly that could be in the best interest of the team, especially when you see the ability this player has, and you don't want him now picking up an injury that could, you know, limit his play moving forward.
Oh, a second yellow for that matter.
Absolutely, with the frustrations that might kick in. With St. John's coming now. St. A free kick going against St. John.
This game is not, the second half is not flowing at all, man. Too many stoppages.
Yes, absolutely. Great ball through. Is this, advantage is played. And it's cleared on the line.
Right.
Plenty of space around the box. Is this going to be the fifth?
It is.
Absolutely is. On the second attempt, or third attempt, they put it away. And it is the substitute. Is it the substitute number 5?
It look like him in truth.
Substitute number 5, it looks like scored the goal. We'll wait for the official announcement. But it's just not cleared by St. John. They had 4 players in the box. However, the space was open on the other side. The ball was played over to Lopez. One of his first touches of the game, and he puts it in the back of the net. Again, as you said, very kind of stop-start in that last few minutes. St. John have kept their shape and balance well for the second half, even with 10 men. However, in that situation, it just fell apart at the back.
And certainly there's no coming back from this now for St. John's. I'd see if they will continue pushing as they have been now that this goal come and break their backs here now.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be difficult for them. I mean, they're down. They've just conceded. They've had a man sent off. They've been playing well in the past 10, 15 minutes, even with 10 men. But it's the situation with how much you can handle. How many bodies now can you throw forward?
With 20 minutes still to play.
Oh, a unnecessary pass across the middle of the park there. It was retrieved by Christina, but still, it was an unnecessary pass. And they're the things that Willemstad coach is not going to want his team to be doing.
I think there's going to be a goal kick there.
St. John's look to come again.
At least they haven't given up on playing and still trying to be competitive in the game. They haven't given up on that, which is good.
Yeah, it's really
for them
important.
and for their fans. Because you want to see them still trying to play, trying to look to score, and still try and play some football, and they are doing that.
Yes,
to their credit.
And it's very difficult when you're in a situation such as this, when you're 5-1 down with 10 men, playing against a team that's confident and clinical in front to goal. But hats off to them. It's a good opportunity. It's certainly a learning opportunity for them to how to manage situations like this.
Yeah. It will serve them well in their following match. Because when they played, I think they played on Thursday was their game that they won 3-1.
Yes, the 23rd. Looks like the player's gone down in the box. Lawrence went down in the box.
Yeah, he's up on his feet now. Jesus.
Now we have another counter attack.
They're on a break here.
We have a 2v3 situation. Ball is kept. Better defending on that situation.
Okay.
However, the ball is certainly not clear, but it is put over the bar by substitute Salsa, who came on.
It
for,
wasn't a bad attempt. It was just a little too high.
yeah,
But
leant back when taking the shot. And again, there's no pressure in that situation. You could have simply just tried to kind of build it back up again. But the game is comfortable for them at this point, and
it's a hydration break at this point.
so we've had one goal in the second half by Inter Willemstad. Comfortable second half for them. St. John's came out strong at the beginning of the second half. Unfortunately, did have a man sent off. Number 5, Kimron Marshall, about 10-15 minutes into the second half, which now made it a little bit more difficult for them, to say the least. But St. John's players are not coming over to take the hydration. Some of them are down in their own half. We don't know if that's a frustration thing or...
It is.
It would seem so.
Yeah, it is. I think they prefer this to be the final whistle. Instead of being hydration, we still have 15 minutes to come back and play nevertheless. You know. But I just hope they keep pushing, they keep fighting and continuing to make it a game, you know.
Absolutely.
See if you can end the last 15 minutes without conceding any more goals. So it's a nice little challenge. It's something that you can work towards.
It's, St. John's are trying to get this game back started.
So the restart is on its way now.
Look to press on forward down this right-hand side. Good tackle. It kind of looked like the timing of the tackle was good, but it looked like he kind of took his hands there. But they're certainly not going to complain. Substitution, Salsa, come on. Unfortunately, the pass was just not there. But lots of energy. He still has lots of energy as he's now come on. And he already scored. He has scored. Or he didn't score. He almost scored. He took a shot over the bar. So, he'll be itching to get in or on the score sheet for today.
Well, Willemstad, they're going to be making 2 changes, and rightfully so. Gives some of the players an opportunity to build themselves, contribute to the game one way or the other.
Gives them an opportunity too to rest players that we would look to, being influential in the games moving forward. You don't want to pick up any injuries. It also gives opportunities to to see how players can come on and impact in a game.
Correct. And 15 minutes is a lot of time anyway, so they can make an impact on this game with the time that is remaining. And press your coach and see if you can maybe break into the starting team for the next game.
St. John, you can see they have 4 players pushing on forward. Lots of space in the middle of the park. We don't want that ball to be lost. But again, you see in the fight, they want to keep going.
Yeah.
It's just a concern if they do lose possession now.
But they need to try and maintain that midfield presence, because you can't always depend to just string the ball from down to the back straight up into the third. And you want to get something in the midfield going and help your ability to play better with more effect.
Because if a pass like that, where it's, it's a pass that's not, again, now we're looking, I'm very surprised the referee allowed play to continue. It was clear that a jersey was being pulled, but showed a little leniency in that situation. Always played forward, but just too close to the side. He went that ball more in the middle. I think we're going to start to see some tired legs soon, especially from St. John's, the extra work they have to do. But if they push on forward, they have the ball outside the 18. He was onside there then.
And confuse himself. Or he was uncertain and was hoping that he didn't want to run offside.
I think he was hoping for the flag to raise as he ran forward and the ball went out of bounds. Oh, unlucky there. The ball strikes the back of the St. John's player's head. Had that bounce forward, then he might have had an opportunity.
A good opportunity, because it would have been just he and the keeper.
Lopez coming down that right-hand side, tries to curl it. Keeper takes it comfortable. I have to say this keeper, even though he has conceded 5 goals today, he's looked comfortable and confident. He's done the things right that we have expected him to.
Correct. It's good goals that were scored on him.
Yes.
It was good goals. I didn't think that he could have stopped any one of those 5 goals that scored on him.
St. John's the slip. I think that's a tired legs again there, but just loses his footing.
And I'm sure it has something to do with his footwear.
Yes. You really have to give credit to the fellas at St. John's. They really are trying to, to push on and at least get something.
Make something happen. They're trying to make something happen on every possession.
Intercepted well. As you said, they are doing a little bit better control the middle now, St. John's, but you have that line of those 4 attacking players. We just hope that they do not lose it, but they're coming down the left-hand side strong. They have options in the box. Can he find them? But Willemstad did do well there. They had pressure and cover. But 2 players are down. Looks like they both have cramp.
It is cramp. We are into the 81st minute of this game, which is, I think, good for St. John's.
I think the second half performance from St. John's, even when they went down to 10 men, they have to be proud of the performance. I think they've done well.
Just 1 goal conceded so far in the second half?
Yes. And even that goal came from when there was a lot of kind of stopping and starting in play. A throw-in happened, and then they kind of went to sleep a little bit. But apart from that little slip in focus for most of the second half, they've done quite well.
Yeah.
Interesting to see how long they add on to the end of this game.
It might be about 5-7 minutes because there were so many stoppages so far.
Drop ball by the referee. Possession taken back by Willemstad. Now is this again last Last 10 minutes, just control the play. And ball.
Yeah, that was clear.
The ball was not. Oof.
Oh,
I think a little just there. The ball certainly, the free kick was not taken where the handball took place.
but the referee allowed play to continue,
he
right? He
did.
didn't even stop it. So
I know St. John's will be very happy to see that one go over the bar. And they look to push on coming forward. It's a nice little movement, but won back well there by Selvon. Advantage played, but advantage not played. The foul brought back.
the yellow card for number 5.
Lopez. Now Valsen is down holding, also seems like he's holding his head.
Well, they're angry with the referee. St. John players, they're all angry with the referee for allowing play to continue. But at the end of the day, that's what he had to do. Let play continue.
And then he brought it back. He didn't allow play to continue. The penetrating pass was on. You could see it was there. If he had brought that back and that ball had gone through,
Yeah, that create another problem.
absolutely. So I think in the situation there, the referee made the absolute right decision, where he has now brought the play back, a justified foul, but again, didn't take away an opportunity for them to
Advance or move further down.
Joseph stands up behind the ball. And referee was not happy. Wasn't time to start the free kick. It looks like now he's going to look to send it in the box. And a goal kick. Miscontrol by Lopez goes out for a St. John's throw.
What's it called there?
Referee, St. John's player was impeding Willemstad, and to be honest, I didn't see much in that at all.
Yeah, couldn't understand what the call was, but the referee is in a better position than we are.
Absolutely. And I think for the most part, the referee today has been on point with his decisions.
So far, he has been doing a good game.
I think now it's just, again, Willemstad is just keep the ball. Just let the ball do the work. Let's not
do too much.
Yeah, not risk any, 50-50 challenges that we don't need. Well done. St. John, calm down, but the ball into the box was not really the ball they wanted. There was no one in the 6-yard box, but it was partially cleared and then almost given away. The ball really didn't bounce to them at all in that situation. But they look to come again down the left. Ball overhit.
It was a very indecisive decision by the defender anyway, to just backheel a ball, not knowing where it's going to fall.
Number 11, Valson. He's really been the player that they have looked to in this game. A shot taken there by Samson. Fortunately, nothing really on the shot. Didn't worry the keeper. Willemstad look to build now down this right-hand side. Lopez is attacking. Lots of energy in his legs. Sees the switch. Lovely ball across. Lovely take. Looking for the combinations. Not on. And free kick picked up by St. John. Taken quickly. Again, just a heavy weighted pass. Opportunity where they had numbers up. Tired legs now for sure out there. Overlap and run. Not enough on it, but does scrape through. Looks to chip the keeper. Keeper was a little unsure there where he was in his goal, and he put a hand on it.
I think it's a corner.
He didn't want to take any chances and put a hand on it.
It's their first corner in the second half of play.
You can see the intent there.
Yeah. It was a good attempt.
Option, yeah.
Yeah, because the keeper was higher than the 6-yard box, so it's a nice opportunity if you can chip in. Chip the ball straight over him, but the keeper get a nice little touch also.
Nice little flick on. Can they get anything from this? No, they can't. Lopez has certainly caused some problems since coming on. He's nippy on that right-hand side. But it's St. John now back with the ball. Looking to come down their right-hand side. Turns well inside and then a poor pass. Now puts them right back on their back foot.
Four minutes, which is not bad at all.
No.
4 minutes added on time.
I think they're being a little bit generous there to St. John. I mean, realistically, they're 4 goals behind, but we do have some tired legs. We wouldn't be surprised if we saw some more minutes there.
Yeah. 4 minutes. I think St. John's like that.
I don't think either team is too upset with the 4 minutes. Coming down well on this left-hand side. Pulls it back. Oh my goodness. Just looked like he was behind him. He didn't want to stretch. Take it away from the person behind. Can they get a consolation goal? Yes, they can. It creeped over the line. Maybe they do want more than 4 minutes now. Certainly a consolation goal late into the second half. Time added on, and the score is now 5-2.
And the scored goal inside the 18-yard box that had 5 people defending.
Yes. Dwight Joseph gets himself on the score sheet. As you can see, there's 6 players around him. It just fell to him, and he just got enough on it to put it in the back of the net. I know the coach from Willemstad is not going to be happy in that situation.
Yeah.
You know, just lack of focus in the back, not clearing it when they were supposed to. But as we have spoken about in the game, Vincent, number 11, coming down that left-hand side, caused some problems. And I think deservedly, they got something out of the second half.
And when Dwight Joseph came on as a substitute, so it's nice for him to get his name on the score sheet.
Absolutely. Can they nip up on a third to make the scoreline a little closer?
It's, more respectable.
As they come into the final minute of injury time here at the Hazy Crawford Stadium. A wayward pass there, some tired legs. We enter the final 30 seconds of injury time. There might be an extra potential minute with the goal, but are they going to go with a long throw? Again, tired legs, miscontrol ball. Willemstad will be a no, and that is the end of the game.
Well, I'm certain that St. John's is happy that this game has come to an end. After giving up 3 goals in the first half, they fought and they fought hard in the second half. They gave up 2 goals, but they also scored some goals themselves. Scored, which was good. And at the end of the day, they will be disappointed. But I think on review of this game, I think they can pick some positive things out of the game. To start with, they play with 10 men in the second half and just conceded 2 goals. So
absolutely. And I think even when they went down to 10 men, you saw after about 5 or 10 minutes of settling, maybe in 10 minutes, about 5 minutes of settling, you then actually saw them play better football. I think that point, even though they were playing with 10 men, the management of the game, their movement, and they didn't give up. And that's the most important thing we want to see, especially these young lads that are coming through. This is a good experience of them playing in an international tournament such as this. It gives them an opportunity to, to learn moving forward.
So this game is completed and in the books now. So it's on to the second match of the afternoon of this doubleheader. So congratulations to Inter Willemstad on their 5-2 victory here today.
And now we're just going to recap some of the goals. As you can see, Willemstad went in 4-1 at halftime. Nice control game. They came out in the second half. We have to say that their probably standout player, Luteria, really controlling, even here winning back the ball, laying it off. Ball gets put aside, and just nice clinical finishing. That's one thing that they did very well throughout the game was clinical inside the box. Now, I'm sure the coach is going to be very disappointed. 6 defending players around St. John player, but he does manage to creep that ball in to the goal to finish the game 5-2. Well, firstly, congratulations on the win. This was the first game in the tournament. What was the objective coming in to the first half and then the second half having going in, 4-1 up?
First of all, thank you. I think obviously our goal was to take the 3 points today. I think we had a rough game today. I think it's all the weather played a big role today, but we managed to get the chances we had and score them. So very happy to get to the next round, and we will manage to recover it tomorrow so we can prepare for the next game.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Wait, one second. Oh, no, man, you good. Thank you. Best of luck, yeah.
Thank you.
Afternoon. Unfortunate on the result. I'm just going to ask you one quick question, okay? Yeah. He's gonna visit. Okay, so a disappointing result overall, but what was the message going into the second half when you had a large deficit to come back from?
Well, mentality coming out from the dressing room, it was what, 3 or 4-1 down. So we were trying to push more to try and see if we get the first goal. Once we get the second goal, we can get a momentum to go at them again. But unfortunately, it did not happen like that.
Now, even though you were playing with 10 men in the second half, of most of the second half, the structure and the shape was well. What are the positives to take from that second half performance, especially when you had 10 men?
Well, the determination we still wanted to push to get a goal to try to put them on the back foot, but unfortunately they have 10, we have 10, them have 11, but it's very hard to play against a team that actually holding the ball as we and spreading us wide and opening us up and making us run around it. Our legs start going, so unfortunately we could not get the result where we wanted it.
All right, well, congratulations for reaching this far, and we look forward to seeing you again.
Yeah, thank you.
Good.
If you haven't heard us yet, Flow is making sure that you never miss a goal. All you have to do, download the Stream Blue app. And that way you're able to view your Hub TV package or your cable package directly to your phone. You can download it to your phone, your tablet, or even your smart TV. And if you don't have cable, we even have some special packages as low as $31. So make sure that you don't miss a goal. Download the Stream Blue app directly from your Apple Store or your Play Store, and that's BLUU today.
It doesn't matter if you speak English or if your native tongue is French, Spanish, or Dutch. It doesn't matter if you are male or female, young or young at heart. We in the Caribbean Football Union speak the same language. Football.
Football.
Football. Football.
Football.
And we speak with one voice.
The CFU 2026 Club Shield, brought to you by the Caribbean Football Union.